What's up, everybody? Your girl Babbzy here. Very serious video rant for you today. If you don't like cursing and ranting, do not watch this video.
Y'all left your pretty like lights in the city. Y'all I want you back it up for Babbzy. One drop, your waistline moving like evicted family. Back it up for Babbzy, y'all and one drop. Y'all drop, hey. Drop down your body, y'all drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, y'all drop. Yes, drop down your body, y'all drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, hey. Drop. I take you down to the ground, y'all drop. Take you drop down your body, y'all drop. Drop down your body, y'all drop. Take you drop down your body. Stick it and twerk, wiggle and work. Let the bumper go down until it crazy.
Yes, everybody, like I said, this is going to be a very serious video today. If you're not interested in very serious topics, do not watch this video because trust me, I am not in the mood for no hunger light people coming on my channel and talking a bunch of fuckery. I want this message to get across the Caribbean very aggressively, and I don't know no other way to put this out. So this video is going to be the means to get this message across the board. Now, before I start this video and I start really going in jiggy, I want to put a disclaimer in. This is not about no particular country. This is about the region called the Caribbean. The Caribbean is the region that I represent as a blogger. And when I start to see bullshit happening, I am going to come up and say something, especially when the rights of children are violated. We cannot sit aside and allow this kind of thing to happen. This is why I'm being vocal today. So if you are a sensitive ass motherfucking Jamaican, don't watch this video because I'm not dealing with it today. This message has to get out there and I'm going to put it out, trolls or not. So understand your rascal self before you start commenting and getting all in your fucking emotions. Now, about 2 weeks ago in Jamaica, a situation went on where there was a pastor that was arrested from the Moravian church for statutory rape. Now, after the arrest and everything went on, more details start to come out about this case, how this man was sleeping with various siblings, how there's alleged that he impregnated some of the siblings, all kind of bacchanal going on with this case. If you want to follow the case, you can go to the Jamaican Observer, the Gleaner. They have information on this case. I'm not here to give you the details of the case. Now, when I heard the case and I saw that the pastor was arrested, I was like, yo, kudos to the Jamaican Constabulary Force, because for them to arrest a church individual means big fucking strides in Jamaica for the protection of minors, and this is excellent news. We want to keep this trend going on, which is why I'm coming to do this video, because I realize that there's some people out here that don't even realize when good is happening for Russell them. Now, when this post went up on the Gleaner and on the Observer, I saw all the comments below. A lot of people were blaming the minor. Confusing to me. I don't understand why, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the video. Now, as you know, I've been traveling, reading up on this case, finding out what's going on. Now, here's how this story goes into a next gear. This is what came to my attention about a week ago. There is a segment in Jamaica called Nightly Fix. And it is an entertainment radio segment where they bring on entertainers and they talk about various topics. On this particular day, they brought in a dancehall entertainer, female, who was asked about this case. Now, here is my problem. As a woman, this female entertainer was like, it's the child's fault. What is the child doing with a big man? How she saw the video and the child is rubbing down the man. That does not look like rape to her. So I'm like, Babbzy, don't let go of the crank just yet. You know what I mean? Calm down, because this gonna go good. So Naro and Ari or Ari, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I ain't got no beef with you guys, I'm just saying that when they were interviewing this person, they were trying to steer them back on track, and they were like, nah though, like this is a minor though, a minor can't consent. And she's like, so what she do when me did 15? And I'm like, yo, this is where us as media people in Caribbean entertainment need to take a more drastic stance against these entertainers. When these entertainers come upon one of fucking television shows, one of radio segments, this is not about Jamaica. Again, this could be Ian Allen in Trinidad. This could be anybody. This could be Tisha Hines in Barbados. When these dotish ass entertainers come on your all segments and they start talking left, you are to call for a commercial and tell them to haul they mother cunts out they fucking chair and left your station. Because Ari and Nara were trying to direct this person, but because she's so ignorant and belligerent, she's trying to bark them down and tell them that they're wrong, and they backed off. No! Do not back off these people when they start talking their ignorance. A child cannot be blamed for being raped. If you are a minor, no adult is supposed to have sexual contact with you. If you are underage, I don't know where you are watching this video. It might be 16 where you are. It might be 18 where you are. An adult is not allowed to have sex with you. You could have initiated it. You could have been the biggest sexual encounter of their life. It is against the law. Under no circumstance is an adult to have sex with a minor. If a minor lies to you about their age, the onus is on you to find out their accurate age. If they lie and said they're 18 and they're 15 and they're 14, you will go to jail. In places like Canada, they do not care. From you touch a minor, it's done for you. And in the Caribbean, we have to get on the same page with this message. When these people come and start spewing out inconsistent messages, you need to blank them and take away their voice. Because this entertainer has hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. And unfortunately, we live in a time where these people are people's idols. And when you're out here blaming children for being raped, you are pushing a society of people back into a corner when we've just gotten to the point where we're starting to get arrests. They just arrested 2 more people from that same church today, just before this video recorded. Stop beating up on victims. I don't understand, and this is upsetting to me because I'm a girl child. Thank God my dad was a pit bull. Thank God my mother was a shotter and nobody could come in my house. And thank God my mother wasn't some woman who was still dying to have fun and party because she did not go anywhere till I was 19. I never knew what a babysitter was and all them things because it was my mother that was home with me. If it wasn't my mom, it was my dad. And they were able to give me something. It is the ability to reason and apply logic. A lot of these children and people out here do not have that. Their mothers are on friggin' interviews to blaming minors for being raped. Now, as I say to you, I don't have a problem with the individual who is in the interview, which is why I'm not calling their name because this is not personal. It is about the journalism and the recklessness that goes on with these entertainers in the Caribbean entertainment industry when they come out with their grade 1 education and they start talking about topics they don't know about. It is up to us as journalists, as people, as bloggers to stop giving these people platforms on topics they know nothing about. If you want to ask a dancehall queen, if when she slams she pussy on the raso concrete, when she go home and she does be wiping it with Dettol or carbolic soap, ask them that. Let them talk about taking away people's husband and thing and jumping off speaker boxes and slamming them head in the fucking ground. But when it comes to rights of children and rights for people, do not ask these people these types of questions. They ain't able to handle them. Stop asking these entertainers these complex questions. They ain't able. And them have millions of followers and their followers are dotish and they're going to hear their backwards ideologies and they're going to think that what they're saying is true. We need to send the message to protect our children in Jamaica, in Trinidad, in Barbados, in Grenada, in Guyana, in friggin' Serbia. We cannot be sending out mixed signals about children being raped and start to blame them. We need to move forward and stop moving backwards. And when you do this, all that happens is people who are coming and thinking about coming out, they retract because they get afraid. Because the children that pulled out this pastor, this Moravian pastor, they're being ridiculed in their community for pulling down their pastor. We don't live in a time anymore where these men are our protectors. These men are the fucking villains. They're giving your child $3,000 in groceries to fuck them. Understand what's going on and heights to this rasshole time now. This is not 1950. This is not 1980. This is 2017 where these men will bull your son. They will bull your fucking children when you're not looking. Stop letting your children go around reckless adults that you don't know nothing about. Don't even let your children go around adults that you do know. These people are nasty. They sit down and watch porn and jerk off and push them finger in them own boxy and do a whole bunch of fuckery. And then you got your child up at them. Stop this. And stop blaming children for being raped and molested and violated. The Caribbean is too high in incest and molest. The amount of stories that I know where women were breeded by their own dad. How the fuck do you think our society is gonna thrive? When your own father is sleeping with you and breeding you. And your mother doesn't even believe the story. And she throws you out. And then 10 years later, when your dad goes and gets a younger bitch and dashes out your mom wants to come back and fight with you to come live in your house. Why do you think our society is the way that it is? Because our children can't even be children. And that's why places like Canada, let me tell you, see that interview? If that interview went on in Canada and that young woman had children's age would have been at she doorstep before she reached Roswell home. Let me tell you that. Them would have take out she children out she house so fucking fast. Because it is obvious and evident she does not even understand what child endangerment is. She cannot be a parent. But unfortunately, in the Caribbean, we don't have that. We don't have a strong ass organization that's going to take care of our children, so it is up to us. Stop letting these entertainers come talk about shot batty boy and all. Stop this fuckery. You cannot go around talking about shooting people for their sexual orientation in 2017. If you don't agree with gays, you don't agree with gays. But do not be out here talking about shoot people. That is terrorist talk post 9/11. You want to free up visas and you want to free up certain things? As I say to you, if you look like a nation that supports a pastor raping a 15-year-old child, it is going to take one haunted, bored activist to get a hold of that story and cripple Russell Jamaica's reputation. Trust me when I tell you that. All they got to do is write one blog and said they found out that in Jamaica, when children are raped, that what happens is the children are blamed and you're done. Do not get encouraged in this type of conversation. And as I said, Winfred Williams, Ian Allen, whoever, do not ask no entertainer nothing past how much albums they plan to sell when the next album coming out and these types of questions. Do not ask them about politics and current events. If you in Jamaica, Anthony Miller and Winfred Williams and Wana and Naro and Ari, and you struggling to ask somebody, educate, go and find Dr. Andre Houghton and these people who have articles about how to start up a business in Jamaica and get out of poverty. These is the people you're supposed to platform and give a voice to. And when you have interviews like this that go left, thank them and run them people from out your Rassel studio. And cut off that part of the segment and don't even put it upon Rassel YouTube. Because Nightly Fix is a radio segment, but it has a video component and then it goes on YouTube. That's how I saw it. Cut that shit out and don't even air it. Do not give these people a voice. They're talking shit and they're backwards. And they have too many followers for them to be spewing this ignorance. And it's disappointing that as a woman, this person went back on their Instagram and was like, oh, I was wrong. The video I saw, she was rubbing the pastor down, but I didn't see the rape video. Listen. Statutory rape is when an adult has sex with a minor. He doesn't have to, or she doesn't have to have a gun to the person's head, the child's head, jump out of a bush, drag them and choke them. The minor could be engaging and willing. That is rape. These laws are put in place to protect us. Stop talking about them negatively. We don't need perverts to feel like they have a friggin' open field day with our children. Because our society will never thrive when our children can't even be children. And we live in a time, as I said, these fucking people are predators. Stop making them seem like they are victims. They are the Rassle villains. If you are confused about what statutory rape is, or marital rape, incestual rape, there's even new categories they're bringing out where if a woman is drunk and she wakes up tomorrow and she don't remember you consenting to you, you better hope she don't run to the police and cry rape. And to you men, stop sleeping with people that are minors or who are not in their right mind and understand and know that they're having sex with you. Why can't you just have sex with somebody who's willing and wants to have sex with you instead of raping people and taking advantage of people and dropping fucking date rape drugs and giving people too much to drink and then trying to fuck them? If they can't buy cigarettes, do not fuck them. If them can't legally drive a car, do not fuck them. If them cannot legally vote, do not fuck them. If them can't buy alcohol, do not fuck them. What is so hard about that? And if you're that thirsty, go and buy a prostitute on the road. At least when the legal ramifications come, it's just going to be you no matter what. So you want to go to jail for buying a prostitute or friggin' raping somebody's child. Because the onus is still going to be on you. But leave these people, children, alone in fucking society. And to you women that are out here talking about, well, I don't know what she did to get boxed by her man. And I don't know why this child. Shut the fuck up. If you don't know anything about laws, shut up. Leave these conversations to people who understand the laws, understand what's going on. If you don't know about them, that's cool. But don't talk on topics you know nothing about. A lot of you are fucking backwards and lost, and you're loud. That is the problem. Be backwards and lost in silence. And stop talking. And stop giving a platform to these people that don't know what the fuck them talking about. That's all I'm going to say today. I don't even know if I can disable the comments on this video. I don't even know how I feel. But anybody, let me tell you one right now. If you come to defend raping children around me, let me tell you something. I can send the police at your Rassle house. My Facebook page can track down my YouTube page, can track down your IP address. And if you come to bicker with me about fucking raping children, I am going to send the police at your front door. Test me. I got powers. I next to Rassle Moses that could part the Red Sea. Don't fuck around me. You hear what I'm saying? Stop this cunt. And stop trying to violate our children. If you want to test me, bet you I send police at your door. Do not come with your ignorance upon this video and talk no shit. I gone.
Girl, you're pretty like lights in the city. Girl, I want you back it up for Babbzy. One drop. Your waistline moving like evicted family. Back it up for Babbzy, girl, and one drop. Girl, drop, drop. Hey, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Yes, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Take it down to the ground, girl, drop, drop, drop. Take it drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Drop down your body, girl, drop, drop, drop. Hey, drop down your body. Stick it and twerk, wiggle and work. Let the bumper go down until it crazy.